Braden Smith for Purdue.
Yeah, and if you're a young kid at home, what more do you want on a Wednesday night? Get to watch Mackey. You get to watch two guys that are among the best in the Big Ten. Bennett Sturtz gets to it, reactionary. He's going to get to his spot. You see the splits right here, 48%, 59 off the bounce from two, 39% from three. Analytics darling. And Braden Smith, we know what he can do. He is premeditated with every step. Kevin, I'm pretty sure he knows what is happening at the end of Iowa's bench as well as what's going on the court.
Well, not at the end of the bench, but our starting lineups are powered by Ram trucks. Nothing stops Ram. You see Braden Smith with the usual five in that starting lineup. Bennett Sturtz gets Cam Manyow back. We saw Alvaro Figueres start in the last game. Tavion Banks was a little bit under the weather. He's back in that starting lineup, so the starting five back to where it was for the Iowa Hawkeyes. Time to welcome in the third member of our crew, the brand new Hall of Famer, Andy Katz.
Appreciate it, Kevin and Jordan. Listen, Purdue fans may have a little bit of deja vu in the post because what's happening right now with Oscar Clough and Daniel Jacobson, it mirrors statistically and the way they're playing them and getting along to what they had in 2022 with Zach Edey and Travion Williams. Travion was the mentor to Edey then. You've got Clough, the mentor to Daniel Jacobson. And talking to the Purdue staff, they said it's working out so well with those two players. If there's an advantage that Purdue has without question in this game tonight, it's in the post.
Yeah, it's going to be a big challenge for Ben McCollum's Iowa Hawkeyes. How do you handle that post? And is their pace, which is a slower pace, enough to slow down Purdue's offense and limit those touches in the post?
Yeah, that's what you would hope for. However, when you are going to slow down those touches, you're going to have a plan to do it, right? Even if you're not getting them, if you're not handling the ball in the post, it's still the pick and roll. It's the versatility of Purdue's offense. It might be Fletcher Lawyer off a pin down, or Braden Smith in a pick and roll. A lot to deal with.
We're underway at Mackey Arena. The Boilermakers and the Hawkeyes. Good Big Ten matchup tonight on Wednesday Night Hoops. C.J. Cox with Oscar Clough at the top. Here's Braden Smith. What a spin down to Trey Kaufman-Renn. They had the very first assist together in Braden Smith's career in the first one of the night.
We saw them run that play multiple times and shoot around. It's a confusing play to guard, and Iowa's going to have to be patient and read all these back screens, Iverson cuts, if they want to guard tonight. You
saw Bennett Sturtz draw a lot of attention. How about Tavion Banks? He was under the weather over the weekend against Illinois, but he still came out and scored 16 against the Fighting Illini.
He brings a lot of different things in this Illini team, or this Iowa team, excuse me, and they do the same. Iverson cut, get the ball moving, and get into that second side. A good start for the Hawkeyes.
Here's Smith blocked off, finds Cox, top of the key. That three off the heel, tipped around and still loose. Who wants it? It'll end up with Sturtz. He'll look to push. Neither of these teams big transition teams, but Banks big from behind the arc. What a start for Tavion Banks.
Yeah, you said neither are big in transition, but we knew Iowa was going to have to come out, not necessarily play in transition, but to play with pace, even if it's in the half court, move the ball, move bodies, and Tavion Banks picking up where he left off against Illinois.
Kaufman-Renn banging his way inside. There's that post presence, can't get the first to go. Clough is followed and fouled. Well, you know that's a concern for Ben McCollum as Bennett Sturtz picks up his first personal foul. That size inside is going to be a huge challenge for the first-year Iowa head coach.
Yeah, and he can handle it. He did a tremendous job last year at Drake. A little parallel to, Signetti in the way he's ascended so quickly. 1 year at Drake, first year at Iowa, not as the same success. But again, this Iowa defense is connected. They choose to leave Trey Kaufman-Renn, Kevin, in single coverage right there, come late. And even though Kaufman-Renn missed the shot, we know what Purdue can do with Clough, second in the country in offensive rebounding percentage.
3.9 offensive rebounds per game for Oscar Clough. That ties him for the top spot in the conference. Trey Kaufman-Renn right there with him. 6-4 ball game early in favor of the Hawkeyes.
The correct foul.
So they're checking to make sure it is Bennett Sturtz who committed the foul. I believe Ben McCollum asked them to check, and it has been confirmed that it's Sturtz. We're going to show it too. So you at home can confirm it on your large screen TV. There it is.
Can't miss that one.
Hope you blew the whistle on your couch.
I would have let him play.
You always would. Combs in the paint is good. And the first two for somebody not named Tavion Banks comes from Cale Combs.
Talk about the defensive side. You couldn't ask for a better start. If you're the Iowa Hawkeyes, you get the ball moving, and Cale Combs, that's what he needs to do more of, to take pressure off the Sturts, make plays off the bounce.
Boy, Braden Smith got in the air and threw that one away, and now the Hawkeyes will start it up the floor. 3 for 3 from the floor, working inside. Cam Manyow waved that shot off. A foul on the floor on Oscar Clough, his first. Matt Painter prowling the sideline. He's got his Boilermakers playing awfully well, Jordan. 7 straight wins, and they've only trailed coming in for 15 minutes and 45 seconds. Now they've trailed for almost 2 minutes already tonight.
Yeah, well, he's had these Boilermakers playing well for about 21 years, so no reason to stop now.
Turnover right back to Purdue. Braden Smith in the open floor. Here's Cox. Ooh, a little Euro step and a foul inside, battling for the rebound. It'll go against the Boilermakers, and Trey Kaufman-Renn with his first.
There's a call you rarely see right there, but a good piece of officiating. Just a two-hand shove. TKR, no reason to do it. They would have had that rebound, maybe 3 different Boilermakers.
So an 8-4 start for Iowa. And dribbling it off the foot, Bennett Sturts with the turnover.
Yeah, and that's what Bennett Sturts has seen a lot. Physical play. A guy like C.J. Cox, he lives for these matchups, so let's keep an eye on that, Kevin. But also, Cale Combs, he passed up an opportunity right there. 2 feet in the paint, you just hit a runner. Let that one fly.
Only 6 points per game for Combs as Fletcher Lawyer tries to get it going. Oh, what a bounce. How does he thread that needle to Oscar Clough?
What a find. Fletcher Lawyer, the presence of mind. He doesn't just shoot threes. Gets in the paint, takes his time. Patience is the key. That's what we talked about. On display from Lawyer right there.
He'll tell you he taught Braden Smith everything he knows about passing the basketball.
Sounds like that's a lot.
Sturts, little hesitation against Clough. Out he finds Cooper Koch, and that gets a very kind roll for the Peoria, Illinois native. You are not supposed to get that roll in Mackey Arena wearing an opposite uniform.
Oh, you are not, but he's clearly living clean. Struggled the other night against Illinois. Great job by Sturts reading the backside defense. We talked about him being reactionary. 6 eyes to him, and Cox, great shooter.
3 for 3 from 3 to start for Iowa. Trey Kaufman-Renn 10 to shoot. Working against Koch. Banging his way inside. Turns, that shot a little bit off. Battle for the rebound, Clough again. Lawyer, back down it goes to Clough. Leaning on him is Manyow. Here's Lawyer against Sturts. Got past Sturts on a reach-in foul. That's number 2 on Bennett Sturts. 15:47 to play in the first half, and a mammoth moment in this game early. The only Hawkeye who averages double figures picks up his second foul just 4 minutes into this game on the road for the Hawks.
I checked Allstate first and saved hundreds on my car insurance.
Please welcome Charles Woodson.
Unfortunately, I didn't check to see if anyone was watching before I stole cotton candy from a child. Checking Allstate first was really smart. Not checking the Jumbotron, not smart. Well, at least I checked Allstate first and saved hundreds. Was it worth it? Yeah.
Welcome to Hampton by Hilton. Big game tomorrow. You guys ready?
Oh, we're ready, Gus.
Which way's our room?
Bring it in. 301, 2 queens, best sleep guaranteed.
So comfy.
Nailed it. 1, 2, 3.
Syrup.
They're hungry for the win.
Big time.
When you're playing to win, it matters where you stay. Hampton by Hilton. Hilton for the stay.
Start the year off big at the Rams Start Something New sales event with America's most powerful lineup of light-duty gas trucks, offering the largest touchscreen in its class, all backed by the strength of a 10-year, 100,000-mile limited warranty. Get your year off to a strong start with a great deal at the Ram Start Something New sales event.
Right now, purchase this Ram 1500 and get 0% financing for 60 months or $5,500 total cash allowance on select 2026 Ram 1500 models in dealer inventory. And get a 10-year, 100,000-mile 1500 models in dealer inventory. And get a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty. Powertrain limited warranty.
Indiana, one win away. When you got the right people on your staff and the right people in the locker room, anything's possible.
We're always buying in every single week to intense preparation.
Now they have another chance to do something that they've never done.
It's a special group of individuals all coming together for a common goal.
You dream of this as a kid, so, I'm just happy to be in this moment.
The scary part about this team is they have not peaked yet.
It is becoming one of the great American sports stories.
In the conference that delivers non-stop action.
And the threes are falling for everybody.
Intense rivalries.
Making a name for herself.
And nail-biting drama.
She can't be stopped.
Only one show brings you the stories behind the biggest stars and takes you beyond the hardwood, on the court, all season long on the Big Ten Network. And see more Big Ten stories anytime on Big Ten Plus.
Well, Tavion Bakes continues to eat his Wheaties. Iowa offense is clicking, in large part to him. The ball is moving, bodies are moving, and he is the beneficiary. You see knocking down wide open threes, coming off 16 points against Illinois the other night. And with Bennett Sturts going to the bench, Iowa's going to continue to need that.
Yeah, how does this move with Bennett Sturts sitting down with the 2 fouls, Tate Sage entering the game, how does this impact what Iowa's offense has looked like early? Because even though Bennett Sturts hasn't shot it, he's drawn a lot of attention.
Yeah, he's still the catalyst. There's always 10 eyes on him. And the thing that they've done early is push that tempo. He didn't really capture it there in the highlight, but it was getting it across the timeline. He's throwing it ahead. And now with him being out, you have Kale Combs has to get in the paint, but also you have to get those early shots because you don't have your creator.
So here's Combs. Work it around to Fulgaris, and now back it goes to Combs. 10 to shoot. Lob to Fulgaris. Leaning inside. Hard bounce to Sage. Blocked down low. It's Daniel Jacobson off the bench for the swat.
I think that might have hit the rim, Kevin, but just his presence down there should count as a block in any regard.
Offenren likes this matchup against Banks. Here's Lawyer. Runner on the baseline rattles home, and the Boilermakers are back within one.
Tough shot by Fletcher Lawyer. Again, we talk about his ability to shoot threes. That's his growth floater. But if you're Iowa, you live with that. Great job early. Down low on TKR, playing one-on-one in the scramble out.
Sage turns the corner, the kick out to Banks. Banks will drive into the teeth of that defense. His shot awry. And Lawyer on the move. Braden Smith probing against Combs. Off to Jacobson. And the two-hand flush to give the Boilermakers the lead, a 6-0 run. On the bounce, it's Sage. Collides with TKR. Picked up by Harris. Jakari Harris on the move. End-to-end lob. Jacobson off the mark, but a foul. And Jacobson will go to the line. At the scorer's table, Andy Katz, Bennett Sturts all ready to check back in.
Yeah, it just shows you the kind of trust that Ben McCollum has in Bennett Sturts, coaching him in Division II, Drake, and now here in Iowa. But during that last timeout, he was incredibly frustrated with the officials. In fact, he spent most of the timeout working the officials, and I could hear them basically saying, you didn't see what I saw, and I saw what you didn't see. So, I mean, it's sort of different of opinion of the second foul for sure. And now Sturts comes in with 2 fouls. And when I talked to Ben McCollum earlier up in the hallway before he came down, he says it was critical for them to get off to a good start, which they did before those 2 fouls. We'll see if he can play with 2.
Yeah, this is going to be a real pivotal moment in this game. You're pushing your chips into the middle of the table if you're Ben McCollum right now, and it underlines the importance of Bennett Sturts to this entire program.
Yeah, it's an interesting risk, too, because I think Iowa actually was getting good shots a couple times down the court without Sturts on the floor, missed 2 layups. But In this type of game, couple losses back-to-back, you got to have it. Sturtz is a guy you got to trust.
Yeah, 2-game losing streak, lost at Minnesota, then lost to Illinois. This is Combs for 3, and the Hawkeyes are a perfect 4 for 4 from behind the arc.
And the gamble pays off. Again, Sturtz doesn't score, puts 2 feet in the paint, relatively good defense, but again, when you have eyes on him, you leave other guys to beat you, and Cale Combs steps up, knocks it down.
Here's Harris working against Sturtz with those 2 fouls. And we've got a whistle and a foul away from the ball. And yet Jacobson down low, tangled up with Fulgaris, who picks up his first personal foul. Coming up, the Wednesday night hoops triple header continues when Illinois squares off against Northwestern. Next on the Big Ten Network and the Fox Sports app. A little bit of communication breakdown up the floor. Fulgaris with the one-hand flush.
Enough to say right there, that looked like, you seen Mighty Ducks before? You know when they tried to run the flying V, got it blown up. The Hawks came back the other way. That's the easiest bucket I was going to see all year.
Somewhere Emilio Estevez is very frustrated again, and he has no idea why. Braden Smith to the elbow. The jumper pinballs out. Trey Kaufman ran and a foul. And that's number 2 on number 4. So each team with some foul issues, and now we've got some pushing and shoving. Fulgaris and Trey Kaufman ran, and Jacobson, everybody upset. And they're going to go look at this to see if anybody is going to rise to the level of a foul. That was a late stir that happened well after the second foul whistled on Trey Kaufman-Renn.
The previous play is under review for potential dead ball contact technicals.
See what we can see here.
Clearly an offensive foul there. TKR climbed the ladder but ran through the Iowa defender, and then
he wouldn't give up the ball.
He didn't want to give up that rock. I get you, man. Get your own ball, Fulgaris.
I don't know that there's anything there, though, Jordan, that's going to rise to the level of a dead ball contact technical. Let's see.
I certainly hope not. That's just...
Now maybe the yank gets a little elevated, some pushing and shoving.
You call just 2 stubborn young men right there.
I'm looking in the rule book. I see no 2 stubborn young men rule section.
Maybe they should add it.
Don't give them any ideas. You don't want more rules in the rule book.
We gotta keep the kids in line, man. Keep the men in line. Excuse me.
Paul Sells, James Breeding, Chad Barlow got enough on their plate. They don't need the Jordan Taylor addendum to the rule book.
Oh, they're gonna be in for a long night because I got plenty of ideas.
That's what we were afraid of. Mike Hall and Bruce Weber in the studio are saying, oh, we know all about those ideas from when Jordan's in the studio.
And you know what? Mike always tries to stymie me, man. He's always trying to rain on my parade, my ideas.
Andy and I are going to make sure you get all the time you need. So they're still looking at this, still discussing. So this was pregame. Trey Kaufman-Renn holding the basketball and learning. You don't give up the rock. Don't give up the rock. So the official review is over, and he's going to tell everybody in the arena. We're going to hear about it as well. So it'll be a double contact technical.
After review, it was determined that there are double dead ball contact technicals. Number 7 in the black, 24 in the white. Both are charged as personal and technical fouls. It will be the resumption of play off the foul. It is black ball on the baseline with 30 seconds.
So Fulgaris gets the foul. Sha'Carri Harris the foul. So it didn't come on the initial grab. It came on that little shove that you saw at the end of the grab.
Yeah. You know, like we said, got to keep the men in line. There's going over the back, and we see who's to blame for TKR right there. Coach Brandon Brantley teaching him before the game.
So there's where the little nudge. Harris came in, Fulguera shoved back, and we play on.
Here's Dell say, man, let the boys play.
Now Iowa to work on offense. And we've got a whistle and an offensive foul against the Hawkeyes. Tavian Banks with the foul, his first.
Tough call right there for Tavian Banks. Seemed to be a light touch. You always wonder officials want to keep control of the game right there after a little scrum.
Now Purdue, we'll see if that lights a fire. Braden Smith with the ball fake, and then it's tipped out of bounds. Good play by Cale Combs, didn't bite on that fake.
I was just thinking the same thing, and that's what we talked about, the patience of this Iowa defense. They are going to scramble. About 17 other teams in the Big Ten, 16 other teams, excuse me, that would have been a dunk. Braden Smith with the head fake, but Cale Combs staying in the play, reading it. That effort is tremendous.
Lawyer forcing up that three in the corner, and it falls. Don't let Fletcher Lawyer get hot. He has struggled of late, just 32% from three the last 7 games. But we have seen it happen before. He can get hot in a hurry.
Yeah, we got to watch them in the pregame shoot-around. They cheer against him because they know how good of a shooter he is.
Sage will try to answer. And he gets a roll. What is happening on that rim for the Hawkeyes?
A little Hawkeye voodoo on that rim, getting the bounces early. But again, great job finding those pockets, second side, ending up with the shot. And the others for the Hawkeyes, not named Bennett Sturts, cashing in.
Lawyer trying to heat up, Sturts the rebound, and he'll look to navigate up the floor. Playing with those 2 fouls for the last 2.5 minutes. He'll launch his first shot, and the first miss from behind the arc for the Hawkeyes. 4 different Hawks have made a 3. Braden Smith, a little hop step, then he lost that basketball. Sturt scoops it up.
A little bit of missed timing right there for Purdue. Great job by Jacobson switching the angle of the screen. Spacing was a little off on the backside.
Sturt's looking for the screen, and that'll be a moving screen on Isaiah Howard, and a turnover back to the Hawkeyes. Timeout on the floor.
And Fletcher Lawyer out of bounds play. You said he's been struggling. Deep corner pocket. You see it. Look at the angle. Get him back on track. Iowa up 3.
Thanks for calling Discover. This is Diane.
Hi, I just received my new Discover card. It says cash back on every purchase. What's cash back?
It's new. Buy what you need, earn a little extra back.
Even on walkie-talkies, rope, and a baseball bat?
You betcha.
10 to 15 pumpkins? That works.
Absolutely.
How about flowers?
What he meant to say was flamethrower.
A what?
You've earned this, so hold it up high. This isn't just a restoration. It's a revival, because you know there's value in making space for your people. You are a fighter, and this is your reward. Modelo, the mark of a fighter.
So I got this friend who said T-Mobile's network used to suck. His words.
But things change. It turns out that now T-Mobile has the best network by like a lot. Hey dude, you won't believe where I am.
My mother told.
Wendy's has new Biggie deals starting at just $4. So now you can decide how biggie you want to go. Which is kind of beautiful. I'm not condensating, you're condensating. More Biggie options so you can get more of what you really want at Wendy's.
Saturday,
13th ranked Illinois hosts Minnesota. Rutgers takes on Wisconsin. Number 8 Nebraska faces Northwestern. And 12th ranked Michigan State battles Washington. A great slate of men's hoops, Saturday on the Big Ten Network.
Hey, boiler up on 3. 1, 2, 3, boiler up.
Boiler up.
Good boy. Boiler up.
3, 2, 1.
Hey, boiler up.
Hammer down.
Basketball on the Big Ten Network is brought to you by Ram Trucks. Nothing stops Ram. Purdue Boilermakers and the Iowa Hawkeyes locked up in a good one right now. 19-16 Iowa. It's a 7-game win streak for Matt Painter's team entering play tonight. You see the time trailing entering tonight. In that entire streak, they trailed for 15 minutes and 45 seconds. They've already trailed for 7 minutes and 20 seconds to Iowa in this game, and we still have 11 minutes to play in half number 1.
Yeah, we talked about at the top of the show, the patience of Iowa. The game plan execution has been outstanding. If you're Ben McCollum, you couldn't be happier. Probably a little frightened that you're only up 3 right now. But Bennett Sturts has 2 fouls. They've done a great job guarding one-on-one in the post. Getting beat up on the glass a little bit, but offensively making all the right reads except for a couple offensive fouls.
There's Jack Benter gathers for 3, and the rebound will go out of bounds to the Hawkeyes. Let's go back to those couple of fouls that Iowa picked up.
Yeah, and if you're Ben McCollum, he had his hands on his head, a little ticky-tack. You see the slight push right there. As a point guard, you tell your bigs at the highest level, NBA, EuroLeague, to get out of that screen fast when you know the defense is showing so you can get into that pocket. Iowa gets caught right there. It's something you have to adjust to as the game goes on, but Ben McCollum absolutely hates that.
How difficult is it as a player to adjust to that the way it's being called?
It's like, you know, when you see linemen in the trenches, you know, if they're saying, you know, overextending or getting your hands too high, it's just adjusting to how the officials are in the game. It's not that difficult. It's just hiding it. Maybe you put your hands underneath as opposed to extend out, or maybe just go back and hit with the body. Just a slight adjustment.
Good find by Lawyer as Clump with an easy 2 underneath to bring Purdue back within 3.
Fletcher Lawyer, you might have been on to something. Braden Smith, maybe he did teach him something, because he is tremendous with the ball in his hands, finding guys.
Watch out, Bobby Hurley. You might get passed by both Boilermakers by the end of this season. On a drop-off inside. Good find and finish. Cam Manyow at the rim.
That's what this Iowa team does when they're at their best. Cut off the ball. Not necessarily play with the roll man in the short roll, but that second read. And Bennett Sturts, again, 8 eyes on him. And Manyow, great job by recognizing.
Benter for 3. And Purdue back within 2. 2 extremely efficient offenses, and you can see it when they're clicking just how efficient they can be.
And Purdue, again, they make all the right reads. They don't make mistakes. Iowa, all throughout the year, has been efficient, has really struggled in the Big Ten play, so encouraging for Hawkeye fans to see this right now.
Hard dribble out to Sturts for 3. Off the front iron, and Meyer with the rebound.
Another good offensive possession right there. Short roll, cut again, you get a great shot. You just missed it.
Here's the skip. Cox. Swing to Benter. He's feeling it. Why not? This is Benter a moment ago.
And that's just simple. Iowa's doing a great job. They're really trying to usher certain guys to shoot the basketball. And right there is Benter. We saw what he did earlier in the year. And here it is. See Manyow. You see Manyow right here, left of the free throw line. When Bennett Sturts cuts, the lane opens up, and Manyow finds that soft spot in the zone. That's what Iowa does really well. when they're at their best, finding those soft spots, playing off Bennett Sturts, and getting easy layups.
A lot of sharing going on with these two teams. 8 assists on 8 made buckets for Purdue, 7 assists on 9 made buckets for Iowa. Again, efficient offense for both of these teams. It's been a hallmark of each, and that's a palm, that's a carry. Howard wanted to go up top, his path got blocked, and he stymied a bit. Coming up, the Wednesday night hoops triple header continues as Illinois squares off against Northwestern, followed by number 4 Michigan taking on Washington out in Seattle. It's all still to come on the Big Ten Network and the Fox Sports app. I'm interested in that late game tonight. Washington's going to start to get healthy. There's talent there.
They have just as much talent, particularly in those top 4 guys, as any team in the conference. Zoom Diallo, Des Claude, Hannes Steinbach, and Wesley Yates when he's back. So yeah, that's going to be a good one, especially the way Michigan's been struggling.
Here's Lawyer turning the corner against Sturts, who's still playing with those 2 fouls. Now Benter on the drive, swatted away by Mannion. Good defense by Iowa. Top scoring defense in the Big Ten Conference. The skip into the corner for Banks. Wrap around Mannion into paint and a foul. Let's check in after the foul on Oscar Clough with Andy Katz.
What you're seeing right now with Omer Meyer and Braden Smith's about to check back in, but these last few minutes, we saw last Wednesday right here, the 3 of us, the confidence they had in Meyer now was because of Braden Smith foul trouble, but they needed Meyer to come in to replace Braden Smith, to be that leader, that point guard, that playmaker, and we're seeing the confidence in his game right here 1 week later. They're going to need him, and now they're actually going to play together, Smith and Meyer, which is a combo that I think that they will use a little bit more going forward as they try to compete for a title.
Well, and it's a combo that they're sort of forced into now with the 2 fouls on now Clough and Kaufman-Renn. So you bring Jacobson in as your post, and you've got those 2 in the backcourt.
And I love it. I love it. Matt Painter told us last week at shoot-around that he only wants Braden Smith to play point guard with TKR at times because they're so good. Meyer gives them that second ball handle, although Fletcher Lawyer's been really good tonight. And he's honestly as good of a passer as Braden Smith. I know that sounds crazy coming from Maccabi Tel Aviv in EuroLeague.
Oh, what a swat by Tate Sage, and Iowa able to take it away from Braden Smith.
He said it's difficult to guard him. We know it, but they're switching, they're showing, they're mixing up the defense, and they're staying disciplined. That's the second time he's got a shot block. We don't see that too often.
Hawkeyes by 1. Banks, hard dribble up top to Tate Sage. That 3 rolls out and tracked down in the corner, and it's saved by C.J. Cox. Trying to get a break going against a team that's hard to break against. Benter in the corner off the shot fake. The skip, it's Meyer for 3. You can't move it much better than Purdue on that possession.
And it's a great job by Braden Smith. Extra pass, but Benter, we know he can shoot it. He can put it on the deck too. Good to great. That's what Purdue lives off of.
Combs on the bounce. Mannion inside and a foul. Timeout on the floor as Meyer is whistled for the personal. But the Purdue Boilermakers, everybody's getting an assist tonight. How about Benter in the corner for Meyer's 3?
This or that.
Here they come, yo. Here they come.
You can Venmo this or you can Venmo that. You can Venmo this or you can Venmo that. You can Venmo this or you can Venmo that. I think you Venmo this, yo. Swears that. Yo, niftily. Yo, we can make it hip to me. What we are, cause what we be the epitome, do, da, dippity. You can Venmo this or you can Venmo that. I think you Venmo this.
Get your Venmo debit card today and get up to 5% cash back.
Marathon is rewarding fans with savings of up to $1 per gallon. All by earning rewards on every gallon and on select in-store items. Making every pit stop and snack break worthy of a celebration.
Score.
The more you fuel up, the more you score with Marathon Rewards. Marathon, the official fuel of the... Marathon, the official fuel of the Big Ten.
Going to see movies on a Friday night in the Quad Cities here, that was not just an experience to be entertained, but to be educated.
Watching people jump when it's scary and laugh together when it's funny. It's such a communal experience. You're going on a ride with 100 strangers, and we were just inspired to try to hopefully one day make movies that could take an audience on a ride as well.
I just look at filmmaking as it's only about telling stories and having a really fulfilling process and trying to bring that story to life.
Every project that we write, it starts with a spark. One or two good ideas, they just kind of stick around and we just keep talking about them and talking about them.
Even if there's an outward force saying, we don't want it, that's not a deterrent to us anymore. We're going to try, and sometimes you're going to try and it's going to fail.
It can be a business of rejection, especially when you're two kids from Iowa, so having a partner to build you up and keep you confident is so crucial. I'm Brian Woods.
I'm Scott Beck, and we're filmmakers
and University of Iowa graduates.
Right now, get 3 months of Big Ten Plus for just $5.99 a month with promo code SAVE26. You get access to hundreds of live Big Ten sporting events, full and condensed replays and highlights. Scan the QR code on the screen or go to BigTenPlus.com and make sure to enter SAVE26 when selecting a monthly pass at checkout to take advantage of this offer. We talked at the top of the broadcast about Matt Painter's star in Braden Smith and Ben McCollum's star in Bennett Sturtz, and proving once again that TV people know everything. They're both scoreless in this ball game. 27-25 Purdue by a pair with 6:44 to go in half number one. But they both impacted the game.
Yeah,
just not as scorers.
Yeah, sure. Let's just think we don't know anything. I like that one.
They're each 0 for 2 from the floor.
0 for 2. They got, like you said, they got a couple of assists, a couple of turnovers too, but you know.
Like I said, I don't know why Andy Katz told us that we needed to talk about those two guys at the top, but we listened because he's now a USBWA Hall of Famer, so all of his opinions carry so much more weight.
Well, I thought you listened to me even before this honor, but I am very honored and humbled. And I appreciate you're respected by your peers. Also, a shout out to the late Jeff Washburn, who's also in the class with me for 2026, former Purdue beat writer.
For those wondering what this class is, it's the USBWA Hall of Fame. Andy Katz, a very deserved honor today. Of course, that usually means you've had a lengthy career and you're very, very old when you're getting into the Hall of Fame. That's not Andy's situation at all, as it's tipped out of bounds by Omer Meyer.
Andy doesn't look a day over 27, man. And I grew up listening to and watching Andy.
See, you can't say the two things. He looks 27, and I grew up listening to him.
I'm only 21.
Wait a minute. Weren't we in the same class at Wisconsin? We weren't the same class?
You know what I'm saying? Hey, we both might have some eligibility left, man.
Yeah.
Can you still hoop?
I was way back in the Yoder years.
Sturtz inside. That won't go by Banks, and Jacobson able to clear that rebound. Braden Smith with Purdue up by 1. Good defense again by Iowa. Just not a lot of penetration lanes.
They got bigger defenders that they can switch onto or stay in front of Braden Smith.
And we've got a kick ball before that turnover, so 20 on the shot clock for Purdue.
This Iowa team, multiple guys in that 6'5", 6'7", 6'4". Cale Combs, Cale Combs, the only one. I know what I just did there, but Cale Combs, the only one undersized, and they elect not to match him up with Smith that time.
Fancy dribbling, and C.J. Cox got a look, and he drops down that 2, 29-26. Purdue by 3.
C.J. Cox does not get enough credit just yet because of all the stars on his team, how far his game has come. He has improved tremendously, particularly off the bounce shooting. 4
minutes without a make for Iowa. Hawkeyes trying to find that range again. Here's Sturtz. Can he get it going? 4 to shoot. Has to launch. Rattles around. And another kind roll. That is 3 threes that have gone all the way around the world before they've dropped.
And that's also why Kyle Korver is sitting in the crowd watching Bennett Sturtz. Daniel Jacobson is 7'4". Bennett Sturtz relaxed for a second and got Daniel Jacobson too as well. Buries it in his eye.
Good ball movement finding Benter for 3. The answer won't drop it. Jacobson, the offensive rebound. Big man inside. Missing. Gets his own back. Jacobson again, short this time. Fulgaris with the rebound, and Iowa dodged a couple there.
Jacobson, that's a step he's got to make in his game. He's been better at it in recent games. He's got to finish those around the rim.
And tipped out of bounds. It'll stay with Iowa. 4:13 to play first half.
Kevin.
Well, you see the story tonight for the two stars. Bennett Sturtz just 3 points with that kind roll that he got a moment ago. Braden Smith yet to score in this one. But a tie game at 29. Purdue battling foul trouble. Clough and Trey Kaufman-Renn each with 2 fouls. Sturtz came back in at the 14-minute mark, and he has been playing since with 2 fouls. And Jacobson may have twisted his wrist as he fell on the floor there. He says he's okay.
You see him take the little tumble. 7-4, getting to the ground like that. Ooh, bend back.
You could see it bend. He said he was fine.
That he's all right. But talk about Bennett Sturtz being able to play with 2 fouls helps that Fletcher Lawyer's out of the game. Hide him a little bit.
A foul on Jack Benter will take us to the 4-minute media timeout. Good ball game starting off Wednesday night hoops on the Big Ten Network.
So what are you thinking?
I'm thinking about our honeymoon. What about Africa? Safari. Swim with elephants. Hot air balloon rides. Lions growling in the drafts that come in through your window.
Wait, can we afford a safari? Great question. Like everything, takes a little planning.
Or put the money towards a down payment.
With enough room for a baby?
Babies.
Baby.
Let's take a look at those scenarios.
JP Morgan Wealth Management has advisors in Chase branches and tools like Wealth Plan to help keep you on track. When you're planning for it all, the answer is JP Morgan Wealth Management.
When you make your dip super creamy with Hellmann's, your new boyfriend can know nothing about football.
Oh, he touched it down. Bro, that's the other team.
And still fit in just fine.
Have you tried the dip?
Oh, great fumble.
Great fumble? That's a Hail Mayo.
Look, if you're an executive, this shirt is a must-have in your closet. I was tired of floppy collars and shirts with sweat stains, so I got this shirt I saw on TV, and now I don't have to worry. I got it shipped in no time, and I switched from regular polos to this immediately. The brand is called Collars & Co. They make a regular stretchy golf shirt, but the top has a firm collar on it. I got rid of so many problems by upgrading to this. No dry cleaning needed anymore. I'm free from uncomfortable long sleeves, and the collars stay stiff all day. Get 20% off today using code TV at collarsandco.com.
Good day, sir.
Oh, wait. You like Dr. Pepper Zero Sugar?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
It's a pepper thing. Marco's only uses premium toppings, which means your pizza isn't just flavorful, it's mushroom-full, or sausage-full, or pepperoni-full. And you can get unlimited medium one-topping pizzas from the place named America's favorite pizza chain starting at $8.99 every day, only at Marco's.
Tonight's game leaders brought to you by Auto Owners Insurance, and maybe some unlikely faces to start off our game leaders. Cale Combs, who averages 6 points per game, already with 7. Fletcher Lawyer, who averages 14 a game. Maybe not as unlikely to see him in this position leading the way for the Purdue Boilermakers, considering he's the second leading scorer on the team.
Well, to your point, though, he does have 3 assists, 0 turnovers as well with those 7 points. He's done a great job, a couple times dragging the ball screen out. They're in that high, flat, double him, similar to what you see with Braden Smith. And he's done a great job making those reads, staying patient, and a big 3 from the corner we saw earlier.
7 different Hawkeyes have scored. 5 different Hawkeyes have made a 3. 6 Boilermakers have scored in this one. So a lot of balance between these two teams. Free throw won't go for Mannion, and the rebound for Jacobson. So thwarted on the front end of the 1-and-1. And the Boilermakers to work. Here's Braden Smith, turn to the corner, inside, and Jacobson can't handle the pass. Sturtz on the move. Here's Banks spinning. That jumper off, ends up with Smith.
Not the shot you want in transition after a turnover if you're Iowa. Score the most points off the turnovers in the conference, but you got to get a better one than that.
Smith into the paint, bumped All kinds of contact. Surprised there wasn't a whistle in the corner. That three won't go, and Combs the rebound.
Sturts got very lucky right there. That definitely was a little extracurricular heads-up play by Smith. Refs bailed out Sturts.
Sturts chased by Smith around that screen. There's Combs, picked up by Braden Smith on the switch. He'll lob it back out to Sturts with 6 to shoot. Sturts against Lawyer. Penetrates, fades away. Nice touch by Bennett Sturts.
That is so tough. High-level move right there. Talked about his analytics darling. To be able to shoot that shot, you got to shoot it at 60%. He shoots it at 60% right there. Just patient, 6'4", get the bump with the left shoulder. Pretty play by Sturts.
Here's Lawyer. Gets into the paint. That leaner won't go, and Sturts the rebound.
We're trying to hunt that third foul on Sturts a little bit. Distracted Lawyer right there. He's got to go up and finish that.
2-point lead for the Hawks on the road late first half. Purdue's missed their last 5 from the floor. Sturts will drop it off. Koch. And now Sturts to work again with 8 to shoot. Guarded by Harris. Feeding it underneath to Banks, and Banks with an offensive foul. His second. So 2 on Banks, 2 on Sturts, 2 on Fulgaris for Iowa.
Here it is. Tavion Banks just puts his shoulder down, clear charge right there. Fletcher Lawyer, 2 fouls, puts his body on the line, but Iowa missed about 3 opportunities right there. Sturts did a tremendous job getting off the ball in the show. Banks missed the backside 3, and then it was Koch who had Braden Smith on him. He's got to take that down on the block, even though he's a 3-point shooter. Braden Smith is not a defender that close to the basket, giving up about 8 inches.
15 to shoot for Jacobson. Braden Smith lobbing to the big man. And there's the alley-oop. Second connection tonight.
That's something you rarely see. Braden Smith saw it, but Iowa's pressure had Braden Smith with his head down. Sturts fell asleep on the backside.
Here's Sturts with 15 to shoot. Let's navigate back out near the half-court line. Going to work against Benter. Sage will restart it with Sturts. Sturts on the run. High arcing shot won't go, and it's out of bounds. It's going to be Purdue ball. Well, coming up, stick around for the halftime show presented by State Farm. Mike Hall and Bruce Weber in our studios in Chicago, standing by with all the latest. Purdue basketball, 1:11 to go in this first half. 4 ties, 7 lead changes. Fun first half.
Great game, and I don't know if you believe in karma, Kevin, but I think that Jack Benter got away with a little bump on Sturts right there as well. I'd love to see a consistently called game.
Lawyer turns the corner, got a path inside, wanted a whistle, didn't get one, and it ends up in the hands of Combs. Matt Painter can't believe it. Combs the leader, that's off. Manuel had it stripped out of his hands by Harris and out of bounds.
Coach Painter wanted a foul, but again, Fletcher Lawyer, same thing he did against Bennett Sturts, jumped left instead of just going straight up. I think that's a good piece of officiating. And then you see the adjustment from Iowa. Cale Combs did what Koch didn't do. Take Braden Smith in the post. Jacobson had to come over to help left open the offensive glass.
Referee James Breeding just motioned and pantomimed the exact same thing you were talking about in response to Matt Painter.
Really heads up play. Everybody brought their A game today, Kevin.
10 to shoot. It's Combs with 5 on the shot clock. Sizing up Lawyer. He'll launch the 3, and he'll hit. How about Cale Combs? He's got double figures, 10 in the first half.
Cale Combs knows what he's good at. He plays within himself. 70% of his shots are inside the perimeter. He got it going early, and now 2 of 2 from 3. Great night for him so far.
Kick out. Benter looking for the tie. No, the tip by Jacobson won't go. Halftime arrives, and the Iowa Hawkeyes at Mackey Arena take a 3-point lead into the locker room as Purdue closes the half on a 1-for-9 from the floor.
Yeah, and it was highlighted by the defense on Braden Smith. It was almost like how you guard a Tom Brady or Patrick Mahomes. Do you delay the blitz? Do you come right at him? mixing up that cadence was huge for Iowa.
Let's check in. Andy Katz is with Ben McCollum.
All right, Ben, you got a 34-31 lead. You made a major decision to play Bennett Sturtz with those 2 fouls for most of the first half. Why?
I mean, we need him out there. You know, he's been in foul trouble the last couple games. Needed to make sure that we had him out there and, you know, take a risk. And I'm not a big sit with 2 guy, but that was pretty early. Had to sit him a little bit, then came back, played well.
You talked to me earlier about getting off to a good start. It didn't happen against Illinois. What allowed you guys to get off to such a great start and now have a first half lead?
Yeah, I mean, effort. You know, I mean, we're playing a lot harder today. Offensively, I think the ball's popping a lot more. Defensively, we're starting to miss some assignments, so need to clean that up for the second half.
Thanks, Ben.
Thank you, sir.
Ben McCollum and the Iowa Hawkeyes up 3, 34-31 on Wednesday night hoops. What a start to our triple header. And now the main event, the State Farm halftime. Mike Hall and Bruce Weber in our Chicago studios next.
I'm the guy sitting next to your girl on the kiss cam.
This game just got a lot more interesting.
Sheila? Mom?
Fire!
And if you don't have the right home coverage, you might have to kiss your savings goodbye. Let's go, beat it. Switch to Allstate and you could save hundreds. What are you waiting for? Make your move before I do.
Welcome to the internet, a magical place where anyone can be anything they want to be.
I'm pretending to be an elderly man's bank.
Yeah, you are.
I'm a doctor who has what you need to see real results.
Fantastic.
And I said I could remodel a kitchen.
Wait, you can't?
On the internet, I can.
Don't leave your job to an unfiltered internet search. Angie has 30 years of experience finding the best pros.
Angie, job's done well.
Hilton brings you new ways to stay, so you can relive it all. No matter where your tune takes you. Thank you. Stay where school spirit thrives.
Oh.
Ready for game day?
Absolutely.
Little help?
Oh, sorry.
Graduate by Hilton. Book your game day stay.
Hilton for the stay.
Start the year off big at the Rams Start Something New sales event with America's most powerful lineup of light-duty gas trucks, offering the largest touchscreen in its class, all backed by the strength of a 10-year, 100,000-mile limited warranty. Get your year off to a strong start with a great deal at the Ram Start Something New sales event.
Right now, purchase this Ram 1500 and get 0% financing for 60 months or $5,500 total cash allowance on select 2026 Ram 1500 models in dealer inventory. And get a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty.
When you bundle our Consumer Reports recommended Treasure mattress with Power Bob Elite adjustable base, you get more relaxation and more energized mornings. I said, and more energized mornings.
Oh, my mom!
You've earned this, so hold it up high. You don't just give an extra hand, you give your whole heart, because it feels good to raise up the community that raised you. You are a fighter, and this is your reward. Medalla, the mark of a fighter.
Well, as Bruce told you, he said look for Cale Combs to have double-digit scoring by the time we're at halftime. After all, he only averages 6 points a game. He's just a real smart guy. That brings us to the State Farm halftime report. Mike Hall and Bruce Weber here. It's the 177th meeting all time between these two. And what a fascinating first half it's been. Iowa shooting a blistering 70% from the three-point line.
Well, if you actually listen to me on the pregame show, to the old coach, I said somebody has to step up and be special if I was going to win. And obviously Combs, he's already passed the scoring average. And then you have to shoot the ball well from three. And they're doing that, and that gives them a chance. It's a good game. The two guys we featured, the 2 point guards, have struggled a little bit. Correct. But we'll see what happens. It's two halves. Halftime score doesn't always mean that much.
Braden Smith, one of those two guys you're talking about. Remember, he came into this game back-to-back games scoring 20 points or more. the goose egg right now in the first half.
And everyone guards differently. And Matt had talked about drop coverage. They're not drop coverage. They're getting into him. They're hedging him, making it tough on him. And that's made him give it up. He's turned it over. He's got 4 assists, but he's also turned it over 3 times and 0 points.
Remember, Iowa, still a long time to go in this game still, but 0 ranked wins on the season, 0 road wins on the season. If they can hold on to this lead for the final 20 minutes, they'll swipe out both of those with a single swoop. Hey, Illinois Northwestern coming your way next on the Big Ten Network about an hour from now. We'll explain why you need to stick around and watch that next.
Halftime on the Big Ten Network is presented by State Farm. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Caitlin Clark from the logo.
You know, life would be easier if I could do everything from the logo.
Allow me to assist.
The answer is Sheboygan.
Good match. P-E-Z-O-L.
Bottom row.
From the logo. State Farm with the assist.
You eat clean, work out, and track your health, but you're setting yourself up for failure in your office. A bad chair might be undoing all that you do. Time to upgrade to an Anthros chair. Research shows the real foundation of a healthier sit is pelvis support. That's why our patented precision posture system supports the upper and lower spine independently. The Anthros chair is built around the true science of sitting. Fixing how you sit is the easiest healthy habit you can build. Try the Anthros chair, risk-free for 60 days.
When I started Walton Goggins goggle glasses, I didn't know how to turn all this fancy prettiness into a classy-looking logo. But GoDaddy Aero does, with its magical AI powers. It not only creates it, it slaps that sweet thing everywhere.
My mother told me.
Hey, shout out to you, Ma. I'm doing this for you.
The decision to extract them is up to you.
I'm not pushing nobody.
Start scheming, boys. I need some goodies.
If you all want to hate me, that's fine.
You're playing a totally different game than we're playing in the wilderness.
Oh, my God, bro. Wake up.
Hold on for one more day.
We got fire. Give me a hug. Give me a hug.
Extracted. Season premiere Monday, January 26th on Fox.
Monday, it's a special women's basketball doubleheader on Fox as some of the game's premier programs collide in the Coretta Scott King Classic. First, the Big 12 and Big 10 square off as Olivia Miles leads TCU against Ohio State.
Another star performance.
Then Michaela Blake's and 5th-ranked Vanderbilt battle 8th-ranked Michigan. The Coretta Scott King Classic, sponsored by Sephora, begins Monday at noon Eastern on Fox.
Friday night wrestling comes your way. Oh, would you like some ranked teams? Good, we got you covered. 4 squads all ranked in the top 7. That's Friday evening on the Big Ten Network. On our air, up next, we have more basketball. There are 2 more games to come, including a battle for the land of Lincoln. It is Illinois against Northwestern. A chance to see some truly elite scorers, including the guy who leads the country in scoring right now, Nick Martinelli.
It's just amazing what he's done, his progression from freshman. He actually went to Elon first before he went to Northwestern. He's continued to get better and better. The flipper doodle, he pulls it out. He's out to 15 foot with the flipper doodle. They're so good on the pocket pass. He has a great feel. He's increased his three-point range and his production there. They get him the ball in all different spots. Everyone knows he's getting the ball because he's the guy in the team, but he keeps scoring almost 30 points a game the last 5 games. And then for Illinois, Keaton Wagler has been such a good freshman. I saw him early. I had a couple games early, and the staff kept saying he's really, really good, and they were right. This is a special diamond in the rough. He's their leading scorer in the last 8. He's their leading assist guy. He does it with poise and calmness for a freshman. It is really, really impressive what he's done so far.
Yeah, the number 2 leading scorer in the Big Ten among freshmen is Keaton Wagler. And this Illinois team feels like they're in a good rhythm. This is 5 straight wins entering this conference.
Yeah, they are. They're playing really well. Improvement. They lost that Nebraska game. They've been good since then. But remember, Northwestern has won the last 3 times.
That's right.
In Evanston, and they've been unbelievable games.
Yeah, if they win again in this matchup, which would be a big upset, but if they do that, it would be the first time in the history of the rivalry that they've won 4 consecutive games in Evanston against Illinois. The game you're watching is seeing a really impressive thing, assists for Purdue. How about 11 buckets in the half? 10 of them have assists attached to them.
Superstitions, Matt?
Hi, Carly. It's a good thing Discover makes it easy to be a Big Ten fan.
Totally. I get cash back on my rally cap.
Cash back on my favorite glove.
Cash back on my Lucky Shamrock.
Cash back on my game day chicken wings.
Cash back on my one cleat.
I even earned cash back on my Lucky bobblehead.
You win. Next round's on me.
Earn cash back on every purchase with Discover, the official card of the Big Ten.
When life takes an unexpected turn, but work must go on, being prepared makes all the difference. 4 Patriots gives you backup power where it matters most. Solar generators that are lightweight, portable, and built tough enough to go wherever the job takes you. Go to 4patriots.com to claim your solar generator today.
You're really buying a car online on AutoTrader?
Really, and I'm getting it from a local dealer. Can you really be that picky with your search?
Really? So you really just drop in your info and poof, car's in your range?
Really?
You can really buy the car completely online?
Really?
We're really getting the car at the dealership now?
Really?
Really? Really?
Really?
Really?
I'll drive.
Shotgun!
Really?
Buy your car online on AutoTrader. Really?
What have we got?
It's a hell of a way to die, Chief.
So how's life in the small town?
Keep your eyes wide open, same as your mind.
You want a chance to solve everyone's crimes.
And now you're lying. And I'll find out the truth one way or the other.
New blood is so important.
She found a dead body on her beach. It's the opposite of normal.
You think we'll ever be normal?
Do we want to be normal?
Murder in a Small Town. Watch anytime on Hulu.
At some point, I'm going to die from this because I can't afford to get it done. I was unsure of how I was going to get my treatment. Then I found the American Cancer Society's Hope Lodge. It was a home away from home. When those donations come through, we have a sense of, I can make it.
This holiday, be the reason hope makes it home. Your gift can help families like LA's stay close to care.
Well, remember, Bennett Sturt's got 2 fouls in the first 6 minutes of the game, but he didn't pick up another one. He's sitting with 5 points. It is a 3-point lead for the Hawkeyes. Cougs, Jordan and Andy, back after this.
This or that.
Here they come, yo. Here they come.
You can Venmo this or you can Venmo that. You can Venmo this or you can Venmo that. You can Venmo this or you can Venmo that. I think you Venmo this, yo. Swears that. Yo, niftily. Yo, we can make it hip to me. What we are, cuz what we be the epitome, do, die, dippity. You can Venmo this or you can Venmo that. I think you Venmo this.
Get your Venmo debit card today and get up to 5% cash back.
Marathon is rewarding fans with savings of up to $1 per gallon. All by earning rewards on every gallon and on select in-store items. Making every pit stop and snack break worthy of a celebration.
Score.
The more you fuel up, the more you score with Marathon Rewards. Marathon, the official fuel of the Big Ten.
Drive Time makes it easy to buy a car.
Yeah, already approved. That was easy.
Yep, and you can even customize your own terms on every car.
Oh, there's a little slider thing. I can change my down payment?
Yeah, and we have thousands of cars under 15 grand.
I never had this kind of power. Boom! Lower! Lower! Lowest down option. Low monthly payment option. I'm making my own deal on all these
Welcome to Car Buying Made Easy. This is a commercial. Go get your real deal at drivetime.com.
Are you throwing away money on your car insurance?
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm doing.
Try Insurify. We help you compare quotes and save half on your car insurance.
I like it when things are convenient and save me lots of money.
Go to Insurify.com and save up to $1,000 a year on your car insurance.
You've earned this, so hold it up high. You handle chaos with composure, because everything you do behind the scenes sets the stage for their big day. You are a fighter, and this is your reward. Modelo, the mark of a fighter.
We get it. Running on E when your bank balance is too can leave you feeling frozen.
Cute.
But with Dave, you can get your life back in motion with up to $500 in 5 minutes or less. And with no credit check, interest, or late fees, you can keep everything moving. Get Dave, because we get you.
For the first time since the holidays, the paint crew is back for Sandstorm. Paint crew hoping that rallies the Boilermakers down at half 34-31. This 7-game win streak has been very kind to Matt Painter's squad. Only 15 minutes and 45 seconds trailing the entirety of the streak. But tonight, Iowa has led this game for nearly 12 minutes against the red-hot Boilermakers.
Yeah, and they have been patient on offense, getting everything they wanted. Missed a couple opportunities, but they've more than made up for it on the defensive end. Really making Braden Smith guess some things which we don't see often.
On the cut, Sturts blocked off. Trey Kaufman-Renn, Oscar Clubb back out there after being saddled with foul trouble in the first half. To work goes Banks. He got him started quickly in this game and a travel. Excellent defense by Trey Kaufman-Renn.
Yeah, and that's not what you want if you're Iowa. You do not want Tavion Banks down there with TKR. TKR looked like he was like, hey man, what was this? What you thinking? But clearly the Sandstorm works out of the gate. Kevin, I got to tell you, I feel like I'm kind of betraying my Wisconsin roots right there. That might be. No, I'm not go that far. I'm still partially jump around.
Are you going to say that was better than jump around?
No, I stopped short. That's not quite, but it was cool though. Questionable rhythm, but it was cool.
Questionable rhythm. Never from the paint crew. Each team with a turnover to start this second half. Here's Sturts. Shot fake leaning into Trey Kaufman-Renn. 12 to shoot. Down to Banks and a foul. Braden Smith with the personal, his first. Andy Katz, you got a chance to chat with Matt Painter. What'd you find out?
Well, he wasn't too upset. I mean, first of all, they weathered the storm of having 2 fouls each with TKR and Clubb. Thought they got a lot of good looks at the rim, just weren't able to finish. And non-traditional sort of Iowa three-point shooters hurt them in that first half. It wasn't Sturts, but I asked him, and he says he knows it's coming. He knows Sturts is going to get hot. He's too good a player.
Outstanding ball movement there, and it ends up with not Sturts, but Manyow getting the 2.
There it is again. You hit that short roll, you force the reaction, and Manyow with a perfectly timed cut right in front of Clubb. That is a high percentage look for Iowa again.
Kaufman-Renn lost the handle on it. It's a turnover back to Iowa. When you're playing against this Iowa offense, what's the most frustrating thing to defend these Hawkeyes?
Well, normally it's Bennett Sturts dealing with him, but tonight they're doing the things that they're typically not good at. They're getting the ball into that short roll and making really good decisions, but they are good at cutting on the backside, and they're converting that right now. I think you got to adjust and maybe turn Bennett Sturts, get into a drop defense, turn him into a shooter, which sounds counterintuitive.
There's Sturts. Rolling to the rim, finds Manyao, and the ball out of bounds. It'll belong to the Boilermakers.
Iowa, another good look right there. Clough does just enough. That time they elect to not let the pass get into the short roll, stay attached. And Sturts turns the corner. Clough does a great job at kind of guarding too.
Smith accelerates past Combs to the rim, and his first 2 points of the night come with 17:50 to go.
Yeah, everybody's attached on that Iowa defense, locked in, trying to play aggressive. Braden Smith's done that a couple times, missed the layup there. Great job to cut off Combs and finish at the rim.
He's been a prolific scorer of late. Sturts has been a prolific scorer all year, and he gets another soft roll.
Iowa had to loosen these rims before the game, right?
Clearly. I thought we were in here early enough to notice any chicanery like that, but clearly not.
Yeah, Purdue, they turned Sturts into a score there, go with the little soft drop, but Clough with the miscommunication. You can't do that if you go with that coverage.
There's Lawyer probing, and a bounce up to TKR. Kaufman-Renn on the run. Count that bucket and a foul.
Really good by Iowa. They string out high, flat, and then X out with Koch. It's a tough call right there. If your man, wow, maybe a little off balance, but looked like he went straight up. Heads up play by TKR to get into his body.
Kaufman-Renn just 4 points. That foul trouble limiting he and Clough to just 7 minutes each in the first half. 3-point play complete. Crowd rallying again. Manyao. And the crowd will roar. Purdue looking for the tie or maybe the lead with a 3. Braden Smith looking. Trey Kaufman-Renn, shot fake, drives inside. Count that bucket. A chance for the lead at the line for Trey Kaufman-Renn.
TKR, we talked about him as a passer before the game. Iowa's done a great job at stringing out the ball handler and then recovering to TKR without leaving anybody. So the last 2 times he comes out of the locker room. All right, I ain't got a pass, but I'm a big fella. I can put my head down, get to the rim. Couple of and ones. Great job from TKR.
So they give it to Manyao, his second, and Purdue with a lead, 30. So we've got a quick substitution question here. As Ben McCollum wanted to sub out Manyao, and for a moment they paused it, but now they've allowed it. Nothing to deter that crowd, though. Extra pass. Sturts, the open man, barely draws rim, but Cox there to scoop up the offensive board. Sturts again on the drive, off the window. Count that bucket and a foul. Bennett Sturts to the line for one more.
Really heads up play there. Great offensive set. You run the Iverson cut. Good reaction off the offensive rebound. Wide open paint. Bennett Sturts gets downhill. But Clough comes over. And CJ Cox right there. No reason to smack down. It's a good reaction from Clough. And Sturts is going to finish through that doing his best TKR impression.
82% at the line, and Sturts with the three-point play. Kind of old-fashioned way three-point plays to start this second half.
We are in Indiana after all. Keep it old school. You know, Coach Painter talked about Steve Alford earlier, the Iowa great. Used to get to 37 sometimes without a three-point line. Average 37 in high school.
The Indiana great. Iowa coach, when you were around, Indiana great as a player. I mean, just to clarify for the...
That is a fact.
You knew him as coach, Alford.
I knew him as coach. I wasn't checking for Indiana back then.
Fulgaris bleeding a little bit. Watch Clough, the elbow, well, actually the forearm kind of chopping down on Fulgaris. In the corner, it's Combs. The three will drop, and Cale Combs is having a night. He's got 13.
Yeah, but that started with Bennett Sturts coming off that catch. Just a quick little fake to the baseline. Throws CJ Cox, forced Purdue to stunt, and then the ball was in rotation. You end up with a wide open corner three.
Here's Lawyer. Can't get the answer to drop. It's Combs with the rebound. The Drake transfer, one off his Iowa high. He had 14 at Minnesota. Combs. Here's Fulgaris. Now Sturts with Clough in his path. He'll step back over Clough. The three strong. Rebound, Trey Kaufman-Renn. Braden Smith on the run. The bounce deflected and taken away. Combs got it to Sturts. And now on the run the other way, Fulgaris. The extra pass, and Mannion with the hammer.
This Iowa team, the effort from Combs. No way he should have got to that ball. And then the unselfishness on the other end. Mannion goes and rips down the rim. Iowa is locked in Mackey.
Largest lead of the ball game for the Hawks, and an 8-0 run looking for more. Mannion to the other end, and Mannion back-to-back hammers, and that prompts the timeout. How about these Hawkeyes? 48-39 and a Purdue timeout.
Similar to the Illinois game, slow start and turning teams over. 4 turnovers to start this half already. Doubled. You see Combs with the effort. And it's 3-on-2. You turned it around, and then Mannion playing in the passing lane. Go get on the rim, big fella.
Back pain. When you've got it, you know it. Introducing the X-Back from CopperFit, our groundbreaking technology designed for compression support of your lower back and core like you've never experienced before. Engineered with our most innovative, patent-pending, Advanced X compression system, the X-Back evenly distributes the support across a broader surface area of your back for relief of lower back aches and pains.
The new belt is fantastic. I feel a bigger area of support. Immediately, there was something different about this.
A super lightweight mesh fabric, ventilated for unmatched breathability to increase airflow and release excess heat.
You have to try it. You haven't felt anything that's going to give you the kind of support and relieve the back pain that you have, because it is unbelievable.
Our copper-infused fabric, made with the most advanced materials for superior support and lighter than air comfort.
It's just relaxing all that tension that you get.
Wow, oh, that feels great.
I've tried a lot of belts in the past. Nothing like this.
I have a history of back issues, man, and this is really hard to believe what I'm feeling right now.
An orthopedic-designed alloy support panel and 4 built-in flexible stabilizers to help improve alignment and promote better posture.
Usually when I have long triathlons, there's pain. With the belt, there's absolutely no pain. For me, it was like, okay, is this really happening? I really haven't felt anything like this before.
The all-new X-Back from CopperFit, the most effective, breathable, customizable support for relief of lower back pain you will ever wear. Guaranteed or your money back. Get yours now at getxback.com for only 2 payments of $29.99 or call 1-800-298-1122. Order right now and your shipping is free.
This is by far the best support that I have found.
You feel like, you conquered the world, and it's life-changing.
The all-new X-Back from CopperFit. Feel the difference.
This is Bombas. They took socks and asked, what if they could be way more comfortable? What if comfort could be for everyone? At Bombas, one purchased equals one donated. Get 20% off your first order at bombas.com.
You've earned this, so hold it up high. You don't just give an extra hand, you give your whole heart, because it feels good to raise up the community that raised you. You are a fighter, and this is your reward. Modelo, the mark of a fighter.
Kevin Kugler alongside Jordan Taylor. Turnovers have been the big key for Iowa. Again, in the second half, they forced several, 4 of them from Purdue.
Yeah, similar story against Illinois. Didn't turn them over in the first half, but they got down against Illinois because of the offense. The offense was here in the first half, and now picking up that defense. That effort from Cale Combs just a moment ago is the type of plays that turn games, and it did. A quick 6-0 run 10-0 run. 4 off those turnovers, and Iowa is in business. They have this Purdue offense in shambles, which we don't say often.
Purdue only had 3 turnovers the entire game against Penn State. They've had 4 this half. Braden Smith trying to get the scoring game going, and that'll help you on the comeback trail if he can get things lit from a scoring standpoint.
And when you turn it over, just shoot it sometimes. You don't got to pass it, but a perfectly designed play. They cleared out that area, brought him to the wing, set a little Spain screen on the side with good spacing. It was a shot the whole way.
Open for three. Smith went down. Koch can't get the kind roll this time, and Jacobson the rebound. Now Braden Smith back at it. He'll push that pass to Harris. Jabari Harris. Trey Kaufman-Renn had a couple of three-point plays early in this half. Instead, that shot rolls off to Iowa.
Iowa goes into full denial on Braden Smith. He heads up, sets the screen for Trey Kaufman-Renn. But on that side, it's a heavy load up. He has to settle with a tough push shot.
Bulgaris for three. 42% on the year, and an offensive rebound gives Iowa a second chance. Stokes. Extra pass to Koch, 7 to shoot. Lost it inside. Manyaw right there, goes underneath left to right, everything but the bucket.
Manyaw was sick himself, gives a little shocking sigh right there. But right there, missed opportunity. You had Sturts one-on-one with Smith. Got to take advantage of that.
And Smith turns the corner and gets the two. He's heating up.
Yeah, and he's going to take advantage of it. They go with Combs on it. He's done a great job this half. But you can only keep a good man down so long.
On a bounce, Harris with the takeaway. And now Purdue in transition. Lawyer. Walked off by Koch. Good defense in transition by the Hawks.
Great communication. We talked about their connectivity, talking, rim protection first, scramble the shooter second. Textbook.
Iowa only allows under 6 fast break points per game. They just don't let you run. Braden Smith to the elbow there. Can't get it to go. Oh, how about Jacobson? Swatted up in the air and let gravity do the rest. Bulgaris on the drive, the finger roll. Just cradled that one and put it in. And a timeout taken by Iowa. 50-45, the Hawkeyes get the timeout with a 5-point lead. Purdue has trailed nearly 20 minutes tonight. Their 7-game win streak on the line at home.
Start the year off big at the Rams Start Something New sales event with America's most powerful lineup of light-duty gas trucks, offering the largest touchscreen in its class, all backed by the strength of a 10-year, 100,000-mile limited warranty. Get your year off to a strong start with a great deal at the Rams Start Something New sales event.
Right now, purchase this Ram 1500 and get 0% financing for 60 months or $5,500 total cash allowance on select 2026 Ram 1500 models in dealer inventory. And get a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty.
So what are you thinking?
I'm thinking about our honeymoon.
What about Africa? Safari. Swim with elephants.
Hot air balloon rides.
Lions growling in the
Giraffes that come in through your window.
Wait, can we afford a safari?
Great question. Like everything, it takes a little planning. Or put the money towards a down payment.
With enough room for a baby?
Babies.
Baby.
Let's take a look at those scenarios.
JP Morgan Wealth Management has advisors in Chase branches and tools like Wealth Plan to help keep you on track. When you're planning for it all, the answer is JP Morgan Wealth Management.
When you fire up Big Ten Plus, you get more game, nonstop, around the clock. More live games you won't see anywhere else. More access to your team, wherever you want, 24/7. More stories.
Unstoppable.
More highlights. Wow. More big-time playmakers. Plus, catch up to 4 games at once, so you'll never miss more shots, spikes, and scores. Download the Big Ten Plus app today. It's always game on.
I learned to fly in a very fundamental, basic skills sort of way. And the first lesson was that if you don't fly the airplane and fly it well, not much else matters. I never knew on any given day, even after 42 years of flying and 20,000 hours in the air, when or even if I might one day face some ultimate challenge in an airplane. But this event on January 15, 2009 was very different. I knew immediately that this was going to be the worst day of my life, but I was confident I could find a way to solve the problem. It was a matter of mere minutes before our flight path intersected the surface of the Earth. I had to find the best place for that to happen and the best way for that to happen. And because of that event, I have gotten to have a greater voice about things I've cared about my whole life, to influence the outcome, to try to make aviation safer. I'm Captain Sully Sullenberger, pilot, safety expert, and Purdue graduate.
Welcome back to Mackey Arena. Iowa 50, Purdue 45. In the previous timeout, I was listening to that Iowa huddle, and Ben McCullum was stressing to his players, getting them to listen, that when you arrive on the road, you start playing like you're 10 down. He said to them in that previous timeout, I want you all to feel like you're playing 1 down right now. That's when they had the bigger lead, but he wanted to make sure they understood the sense of urgency that they were down at that moment, even though they were ahead. Jordan, what do you think of that kind of coaching strategy to get them to believe that they need a sense of urgency that they're actually trailing when they're winning?
Yeah, I mean, when you're playing in this environment, you can't relax, so I love it. The trick to that, I think you saw, Andy, was they sped themselves up a little bit on offense there when you don't want to, and I think you have to have that on the defensive end, but you still want to get good shots.
And an offensive foul on Daniel Jacobson will send us to the under 12 media timeout. Called timeout, under 16, under 12. Run to the bathroom.
I'm a big rock. And while you're down there posing for pictures, I'm seeing the bigger picture from up here. And this little birdie's telling me it's time for this rock to roll. Photo bomb! And if you don't have the right insurance, this could really flatten your savings.
Awesome.
So get Allstate, save money, and be protected from mayhem. Yeah, like me.
You've earned this, so hold it up high. This isn't just a restoration. It's a revival, because you know there's value in making space for your people. You are a fighter, and this is your reward. Modelo, the mark of a fighter.
Every day, we are here. In the medicine that keeps your family healthy. In the food on your table. In the discoveries that drive the nation and economy forward. We've always been here. In the solutions shaping a better future across the country in every corner of life. Researching, teaching, solving, innovating. On campus, in your community. Every day, we are here.
When you make your dip super creamy with almonds, your new boyfriend can know nothing about football.
Oh, he touched it down.
Bro, that's the other team. And still fit in just fine.
Have you tried the dip?
Oh, great fumble.
Great fumble? That's a Hail Mayo. You told Mom to send her prescription to Amazon Pharmacy. She didn't. Now you're stuck behind this guy, as he uses the pharmacy line to purchase half the store, including a ceramic dolphin figurine, without a price.
Price check in pharmacy.
All Mom had to do was use Amazon Pharmacy, and her meds would get delivered right to her door.
This is the story of the one who knows well-prepared workdays take off smoothly and land right on time. That's why he counts on Grainger. With next-day delivery and professional-grade products, Grainger helps ensure he, his crew, and thousands of passengers fly through the day like clockwork. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Friday Night Wrestling returns with a colossal doubleheader. First, the Hawkeyes challenge top-ranked Penn State. Then Nebraska collides with Minnesota. Coverage begins with the wrestling pregame at 6:30 Eastern, 3:30 Pacific, only on the Big Ten Network and the Fox Sports app. To 14, where Max has chosen a hammer to putt for $5,000. It's on its way. It's good speed. On its path, and it is just off the mark. Oh, for Max. So close to glory. And instead, he'll slink off the court and head back into anonymity. Out to 15.
Good effort from there.
He didn't win any money, but now he's got infamy.
That's tough, especially with all these bounces I was getting, man. To have a Purdue, like, that's crazy.
Using the hammer, too.
Yeah.
Couldn't hammer down.
That hammer is unnecessarily hard that the Purdue mascot has.
They call it the masher, but
yeah, I don't. That's
it didn't help him. And he can't really call it the green, as Iowa will inbound with 18 to shoot. Fulgaris working around now. Tate Sage. 8 to shoot. Fulgaris in the paint, coming over to help out is Jakari Harris. Ball loose on the floor, tie up, and the possession arrow pointing Purdue's way. The Boilermakers get the turnover.
I was starting to have trouble. As you see, here's Harris right here, guarding the ball. They're going to hit that short roll. I was starting to struggle with Fulgaris. He's not that comfortable there, and Harris sees he's got his back turned. Heads up play to come and get the jump ball, and a turnover for Iowa. Fulgaris has to make a play quicker. 0.5 decision making. Shoot that shot.
Lawyer pull up for 2, and Purdue within 3.
Smith starting to get it going. Creates on the backside. Fletcher Lawyer great off the closeout.
Sturts in trouble with Braden Smith, and that's out of bounds. Turnover to Purdue. Braden Smith, a high five for Matt Painter, harassing Bennett Sturts to cough it up.
Great hands there by Braden Smith, giving up a tremendous amount of size. Obviously not the best defender, but he's a competitor. Definitely got away with a little bit of a foul there, right there, but hey, 2 dogs, let them go at it.
I think Ben McCollum is arguing what you just stated.
yeah, I don't know if that one's up for much debate. Tough there for Sturts, but.
And a foul on Mannion. His second, or rather his third. And Purdue will inbound. So it is 2 on Mannion. Purdue down 3 with 15 to shoot. Smith. Trey Kaufman-Renn for 3. That's off. Kaufman-Renn 2 for 7 from 3 this year.
Yeah, Kevin, that was such a heads-up play by Banks. The stack action or Spain action. He came all the way from the backside and gives up the 3 to TKR. That's who you want shooting that in that situation.
And Trey Kaufman-Renn with a steal ahead to Braden Smith. Look at the speed. A burst to the rim and a chance for one more at the line. Braden Smith giving everybody something to cheer about.
Look at the speed from Braden Smith off the turnover. CKR up at the level, great hands. And pew, by everybody. Gets into the body, finishes through contact. He has taken over this game in the second half.
Tie game at 50. Coming up on 10 to play. Combs. Inside, back to Combs. Zips it back to Mannion. Good hard dribble on a 2-hand flush.
Hey, you do it, I do it, you do it. That's all right. Good unselfish play. Again, you get back to both of those guys knowing each other. Mannion doesn't try and finish through traffic. Not his strength. Combs, not the best 3-point shooter, even though he's making it. Let's get the easy dunk. Great teamwork.
Hard place to respond. Iowa's had responses tonight. Smith is the ultimate response. Braden Smith for 2, and a chance for one more again at the line. Braden Smith is taking over in the second half.
Yeah, they changed the angle on the screen, and they've had some turnover problems, so Braden Smith says, you know what? I'll do it myself. And then on the other end, it's pass, Purdue in scramble mode, and Mannion heads up play, gets the dunk, and then Braden Smith from a second ago, leaving it all on the line, taking out Iowa defenders, and the baseline cameraman as well.
Yeah, Brian Compton, no worse for wear, as he got a little collision. Smith has scored 8 of the last 12 for Purdue. 12 second half points for Braden Smith. And a turnover. Purdue's heating it up. The crowd behind him. 9:22 to go, and Ben McCollum says timeout. through, but Braden Smith giving Iowa plenty of work in the second half.
Yeah, and Matt Painter told us in shoot-around that he can draw up whatever he wants to draw up, but sometimes it's just, is that guy going to come to play? He comes to play more times than not. Iowa slowed him down in the first half, so he said, hey man, hold this real quick. Let me show you what I'm made of. Getting to it in the mid-range and mostly getting downhill. Something you don't see all the time, him finishing at the rim, but he's getting it done how he needs to do it.
And 4 turnovers by Iowa in the last 2:39 have led to 7 Purdue points. So Iowa's gotten a little careless. Braden Smith's kept the pressure on, and as a result, Purdue with a lead.
Well, and that goes back to what Andy said about Coach McCollum. You play with a sense of urgency. You play like your hair's on fire. Sometimes that speeds you up offensively.
What a find. Braden Smith to Oscar Clough. And all of a sudden, Purdue up 3 and hitting on all cylinders. Here's Sturtz. Smith all over it. Sturtz leaning in. Count that bucket and a foul. Bennett Sturtz with the response. And what an answer for the veteran for Iowa.
Well, like you said, Kevin, media people, we know everything. We just had to wait a second. And look at these two going back and forth. Great on the reject. He loves that. And this is the things that weren't going right in the first half for Purdue. Oscar Clough finds himself in perfect position. Great dynamic spacing to make himself available for Braden Smith. And like we said, omnipotent. He sees all.
8 ties now. 10 lead changes in this game. 8:45 to go. All knotted up at 55. Zip inside from Clough. Down low. And it's Omar Meyer, right down there on the receiving end of that pass from high to low.
Now Purdue back into what they want to do. They're sitting everything for Braden Smith. Great read by Meyer off the flare screen. Iowa falls asleep. He just slips it.
Sage able to pluck that one before it goes into the backcourt. 10 on the shot clock. Combs to Sturtz. One-on-one with Braden Smith. Going to work, step back 3 for Sturtz. Count that bucket. Oh my, splashing it down over Braden Smith. And Iowa on top by 1.
Oh my goodness, Kevin. Look at these two. Braden Smith taking the challenge. I know he's gonna hit me later because I said he's not the best option to defend Sturtz. He takes the challenge. That's great defense. Better O's.
Harris will back it out. 8 straight makes in this game. 4 by each team. 6 to shoot. Smith fading away. 9 in a row. 5 straight for Purdue. 4 straight for Iowa. Back and forth we go. A heavyweight fight on Wednesday night hoops.
This is why you love college basketball. Best going against the best. Heavyweight on heavyweight. What more do you want?
Sturtz. Extra pass. Combs for 3. Keep it going. 10 straight makes between the two teams.
And on that and 1, Bennett Sturtz, Iowa didn't do a great job at dynamically spacing. Bennett Sturtz bailed him out. That time, great help from Purdue. They do dynamically space. Combs ends up with another 3.
Smith, Benter, extra pass. Harris, a 3 in Mackey. Just his 5th at Mackey Arena this year.
Jakari Harris, you talk about dynamically spacing. What guards see that from the corner?
11 straight combined made shots. Who will blink first? Mannion. Combs off the shot fake, driving inside, and Clough says, I'll break the streak. Turnover to Purdue. Gene Katie liking what he sees. So are you. Bennett Sturtz. Are you not entertained? Braden Smith says, I am.
This or that.
Here they come, yo. Here they come.
You can Venmo this or you can Venmo that. You can Venmo this or you can Venmo that. You can Venmo this or you can Venmo that. I think you Venmo this, y'all. Swears that. Yo, liftily. Yo, we can make it. Hip to me. What we are, cause what we be the epitome, do, die,
Dip the tea. You could Venmo this, or you could Venmo that. I think you Venmo this.
Get your Venmo debit card today and get up to 5% cash back.
My mother told me.
Guys, Wendy's has new Biggie deals starting at just $4. So now you can decide how biggie you want to go, which is kind of beautiful. I'm not condensating, you're condensating. More Biggie options so you can get more of what you really want at Wendy's.
Time to make the sports.
Wake up to FS1's new daily sports talk show.
You can't beat us and you know it.
You want El Presidente, Big Cat, PFT, and T-Bob. Uncensored, unpredictable.
I feel like I'm losing my mind right now.
We're your guys.
Let's handle this like men.
Wake up Barstool, weekdays at 8 Eastern on FS1.
Let's go.
The Big Ten Cancer Research Consortium is where the Big Ten's fierce rivals join forces to take down their common foe. The rivalry still exists, but maybe that's what fuels such a powerful collaboration. Working together on cancer research to advance treatments and therapies to bring more options to patients who need them. Learn more at big10crc.org. Cancer is the one opponent that unites the entire Big Ten.
Basketball on the Big Ten Network is brought to you by Auto Owners Insurance. No matter how many times you see Red Panda, she's always awesome. Saw her again tonight, didn't drop a bowl. She was fantastic. And this game has been fantastic as well. Saturday, more great hoops. Minnesota takes on Illinois. Wisconsin hosts Rutgers. Nebraska faces Northwestern. And Michigan State battles Washington. A great day of hoops begins with the tip-off show only on the Big Ten Network and the Fox Sports app. Last 2 minutes and 30 seconds, Jordan Taylor. 5 lead changes, 2 ties. Matt Painter, Ben McCollum, head-to-head. This has been everything we hoped it would be between a team that was just in the top 25 in the Iowa Hawkeyes and the 5th-ranked team in Purdue.
Yeah, we came into it talking about the defense of Iowa, the offense of Purdue. What it's turned into in this second half is just shot making. Throw away the clipboards, throw away the X's and O's. 2 stars putting on a show.
So Kaufman-Renn starting up this offense to Clough. Clough looking inside. Kaufman-Renn down low. And 2 more in the paint. 20 of Purdue's 33 second-half points have been in the paint.
Yeah, and that one again. You see 2 guys run out to Braden Smith. They left Clough wide open at the free throw line. Made it an easy high-low pass to him. The gravity, that's too easy for TKR.
Tough pass, good snare by Combs. Bulgaris with 12 to shoot, working against Braden Smith. Double comes from Meyer and a foul. That'll be on Braden Smith, his 3rd. Well, we talked about it at the top of the broadcast that in the first half, Jordan Taylor did not look like he really knew much about basketball. But in the second half, you have been vindicated. 14 for Braden Smith and 11 for Bennett Sturts.
No, I swear I don't know much. This is really just lucky. I promise you. Sometimes, you know, even a blind squirrel finds a nut, as they say. But it was a good guess with these 2 guys going at it.
A good guess. What do you think, Kevin? This Braden Smith fella seems like a player.
He's okay. I mean,
how about the guy who scored 1,900 points in his career, Bennett Sturts? We like him, yeah.
But he played D2, man. What are we talking about? These guys are incredible. That was a great reaction by Bulgaris on the last play as well, seeing the mismatch, putting Braden Smith in the low post.
And Kaufman-Renn with his 3rd personal.
Kevin, you talked about earlier, what do you have to do on those offensive fouls from Iowa to adjust? This has been a physical game. The last 2 calls now have been a little ticky-tack. So now you have to adjust again late in the game. How are you defending? Understand which way the refs are going right now.
Both teams will shoot free throws on the next foul. 1-on-1 situation unless it's a shooting foul. Sage got an open look for 3, splashes it down. We're tied at 64, the 9th tie of the night.
Tate Sage, so good. 0 points the other night. He stepped up tonight, and again, Bennett Sturts pulling the levers. He decides to throw back. He's really just picking and choosing when he wants to play or give it up right now.
Smith in the corner. Cox turns that corner. Kaufman-Renn spinning at the logo and a foul. Free throws coming, at least one for Trey Kaufman-Renn as Tate Sage picks up the personal.
And that's what we just talked about. You got to adjust right there. Great positional defense. 6 eyes on the spin. They know he loves to spin back right. Swipe down. Tough call. No, probably, yeah, on the wrist. Get back to it. See, I don't know anything, man. My bad, Mr. Officials.
Purdue 9 of 10 at the line. Trey Kaufman-Renn 2 for 2. Front end of the 1-and-1. There's that kind roll that Iowa's been getting on that rim all night.
All right. Confirm that Iowa did not tighten the rim back up.
No. 1-point ball game. 4:50 to go. Hawkeyes have lost 2 straight. Lost at Minnesota, lost at home against Illinois. A team that was battling the flu for those 2 games. Really started in the Minnesota game. They were just coming through it against Illinois. Everybody feeling better tonight, and you're seeing the result.
The way they play with all that energy, it's tough to play with the flu, even when you don't play with energy, but here's great response.
Sturtz inside with 10 to shoot. Bulgaris needs some help. Gets it from Sturtz. 5 on the shot clock. Sturtz in the corner. Launches that 3. It's short, and a foul on Clough. Clearing out Bulgaris, looking for the rebound, and Clough with his 3rd.
That's the risky run. You want to show out on Sturtz. Then it's tough. Fletcher Lawyer does his best job to try and box out, buy him time, but Clough, a little Ray Lewis action right there.
Looks like Jordan Taylor if you're standing in his way at the airport to get to the train.
That is a fact. Don't play around.
And Bulgaris missing the front end of the 1-and-1. It stays a 1-point game. Hawks are 5 of 8 at the line tonight. Braden Smith back to work. Been red hot in this second half. Jumps that pass to Clough. The leader for 2. 8 makes in a row for the Boilermakers to stretch the lead to 3.
And that's the play that got Braden Smith going. They set the down screen so they can't show. He had the pull up, but he settled for the pass there.
Shooting 75% this half. Purdue 15 of 20. Bulgaris plucks it away from Smith. Extra pass, open corner 3, won't go this time, and Braden Smith with a rebound. And now he'll jog it up. Bleed a little clock, he says.
Need a little clock, let's get a good one. Go back to the same play, empty side screen with the Ram screen. There it is, Fletcher Lawyer coming.
Clough screens his own man, and we've got a whistle and a foul. It'll go against the Iowa Hawkeyes and Tate Sage. And a timeout on the floor. Ben McCollum really wants this one. A signature win lurking for his team, but Matt Painter looking for win number 8 in a row.
Thanks for calling Discover. This is Diane.
Hi, I just received my new Discover card. It says cash back on every purchase. What's cash back?
It's new. Buy what you need, earn a little extra back.
Even on walkie-talkies, rope, and a baseball bat?
You betcha.
10 to 15 pumpkins? That works.
Absolutely.
How about flowers?
What he meant to say was flamethrower.
A what?
Oh, I'll have another. Make it a double.
Who are you talking to?
Vincent, my server. He's from San Diego.
Dad, Mom thinks she's at a resort again.
Yeah, she told me.
When you'd rather not resort to a virtual resort?
This is much better in real life.
It matters where you stay.
Looking good, babe.
Extra cherries?
Oh, thanks, Steve. You're not from San Diego, are you?
Book your spring break travel now. Hilton for the stay.
This road, that road, with T-Mobile, you're covered either way. On the largest satellite-to-mobile network, you're connected. And where do I leave my truck?
Pepperoni Magnifico. Pepperoni Magnifico. Marco's Pepperoni Magnifico. Classic and crispy cut pepperoni, 3 melty cheeses, all on our fresh-made dough. And starting at just $12.99 for a large, it's no wonder Marco's was named America's favorite pizza chain.
Well, Mike Hall and Bruce Weber are watching an excellent basketball game along with you. What's going to determine the winner here?
This is a special game. I love it. It's a chess match. 2 really good coaches, 2 really good guards. Who's going to make the right move to make a checkmate at the end?
Remember, Purdue has 1 loss in the year to Iowa State. So maybe there's something about the Hawkeye State taking on the Boilermakers. We got a few minutes left in that one. When it is done, we have a battle for the land of Lincoln with Northwestern taking on Illinois. We got a great ending coming up. Back to you, Cougs.
All right, my friend. Thank you, Mike. Thank you, Coach Weber. 67-64. Boilers by 3 in a game that has seen some ebbs and flows. Plenty of ties, 9 of them. Lead changes, 14 of them. And for the Iowa Hawkeyes, they've always seemingly had an answer tonight, Jordan Taylor. Where does Ben McCollum look for that answer yet again on the road in one of the toughest places to play in college basketball?
Well, it's obvious that the ball's going to be in Bennett Sturt's hands, but I think what does he do with the opportunity? He's done a great job of mixing up and using his teammates, knowing when to throw back, when to keep it himself. I think here he's got to try and get Oscar Clough on him, look for that switch, maybe play a little one-on-one down 3, get in the paint, or one of those, look-away threes that he has in his bag.
The foul switched during the timeout to Fulgaris, so Fulgaris called for the personal. Lawyer hits the front end of the 1-and-1. Fletcher Lawyer's played Iowa 5 times. He's been in double digits now 4 of those 5 games with 10 and now 11 tonight. And the lead is 5. Still plenty of time, but it's the largest lead for the Boilermakers. Tells you about this game. And Manyow traveled. Unforced error by Iowa.
And you're Iowa, you got what you want. You get Fletcher Lawyer and Oscar Clough in the screen, but that's exactly why in that moment, Bennett Sturts has to keep that ball. You gotta have it, and respectfully, with Cam Manyow, he's not the best making those plays. It's gotta be Bennett Sturts making the decision.
5th turnover this half, 13th of the game for Iowa. Here's Braden Smith, drops it off. Kaufman-Renn just short on that shot. And taking it away, Cale Combs almost had Braden Smith from behind.
Braden Smith is everywhere, almost picks up a little cheapy turnover.
15 to shoot for Sturts. Does he like the matchup against Cox? They'll set up for a 3 on the right wing, way off the mark. Clough trying for the rebound, and it's out of bounds, and it'll stay with the Hawkeyes. No possession change, so the shot clock remains at 6.
Looks like Clough just got a piece of it. Good hustle there by Koch, and Bennett Sturts and Coach McCollum having a little exchange there about the shot, but I love it. You're Bennett Sturts, that's what we talked about. String him out. It's a good shot for him, just missed it.
Tough inbound. Banks has to hurry. 3 seconds on the shot clock, and he banks it home. Fitting for Banks to bank.
Tavion Banks, haven't heard his name much since those first 2 threes, and I've been trying to suppress this all night. But out of Minnesota, you know we got hoopers right there. Minnesota Preparatory Academy. Big time shot in a big time moment.
In the corner, Cox looking to answer. He does! What a shot for C.J. Cox! And it's back to 5 for Purdue. Banks inside, extra pass. Koch feathers it home. 3-point Purdue lead.
Great patience right there by Tavion Banks. When Iowa went up 9, those were the moments where they got a little happy, a little skittish, and started missing those layups. He takes his time, the help comes over, finds Coach, and the easy floater.
Here's Smith, 10 to shoot, 1:08 to go. You hear the countdown from the paint crew. Smith, short, but a foul. 2 shots coming for Braden Smith. A back and forth. We've seen a little bit of everything tonight, Jordan.
Yeah, you see, late shot clock, tough inbound, pray to the heavens, and God answers the call. And then just precision from Purdue as usual. And then here it is again. Go to Banks with the game on the line. Great job at answering the call, the patience. Tough shot from Koch. Back and forth we go.
And Braden Smith with 15 all in the second half. He is closing in, by the way, on another double-double. He's got 6 this year. And he's got 2 for 2 at the line. And Purdue just holding off Iowa. 5-point game, 1 minute to go at Mackey. Sturts launching a contested 3. That's way off. Forced that shot. Long rebound and a foul. They're going to call the foul on Tavion Banks. That is his 5th. He has fouled out of this ball game.
Tavion Banks fighting for the rebound. McCollum right there. Coach McCollum in Bennett Sturts' ear. He actually had the shot he wanted. Sturts hesitates, and then guys just getting tangled up.
But Banks frustrated as he fouls out.
Many guys have gotten tangled up with TKR and lived to tell about it. So Tavion Banks earns that 5th foul.
Kaufman ran good on the first free throw. 6-point Purdue lead. 1 timeout left for Iowa. They also have the possession arrow in their favor.
Now you got to go quick. Bennett Sturts has gone to the 3-ball a couple times.
Some life for the Hawkeyes. Still a 6-point game.
Get in the paint, try and get a quick one. Sturts hasn't scored in 8 minutes. High percentage now.
Sturts inside, angles in for 2. 4-point game. Iowa holds that final timeout for the moment. Lawyer will inbound in the corner. It's Cox, and there's the foul given by Tate Sage. C.J. Cox, after Sage picks up his 3rd, he'll go to the line for the first time tonight. He's 16 of 18 this year at the charity stripe.
Not the guy you want to foul.
Double bonus now, 2 shots. Now coming up, Illinois at Northwestern. Good look at Nick Martinelli. Brad Underwood saying that Martinelli should be discussed as one of the best players in the country, and he'll try to slow down one of the best players in the country coming up on the Big Ten Network.
It's going to be a heck of a matchup. Oh, Illinois on Illinois action, same state, obviously great rivalry. There's a lot of guys in that game maybe who could be some of the best players in the conference at the very least. Keaton Wagler having a tremendous year as well.
1 more for Cox. Hits them both. Couple of big free throws again. And again, a 6-point game. 36 seconds and counting. Sturts to Koch. Set 3 off. Rebound. Batted around at Sage, who comes up with it. Second chance for Iowa. Going to have to hurry. Step back 3 in the corner. Short. Braden Smith the rebound, and he's able to stay in to get it to C.J. Cox. And Purdue, with 15.8 seconds to go, can see the finish line, and they can see an 8th straight win.
And they had to earn every single thing they got tonight. Braden Smith in this second half just putting the Boilermakers on his back. The bench was tremendous, but every play was still in the hands of Braden Smith. And then some late game shot making from this man right here, C.J. Cox.
Cox at the line. Good again. 3 for 3 tonight for C.J. Cox. The lead is 7. Iowa 5 of 14 this half from 3. But Purdue closing in on a win on a night in which Trey Kaufman-Renn has a season-low 2 rebounds. So they got help from a lot of different parties tonight.
They did, and again, Iowa with a great game plan. Missed a couple opportunities to punish Purdue when they had the lead. Got a little antsy offensively.
Cox with the foul. 1-and-1 opportunity as the Whose House, Our House chant begins at Mackey Arena. We mentioned earlier the 100th consecutive sellout of Mackey Arena. If they hang on, the record in that sellout streak, 89-11.
Listen, coming to play at this place, the ceiling makes weird noises. The fans are rowdy. It's one of those places that takes the breath out, takes the air out of you, and it takes a minute to get that second win.
Sturt's missing that second one, hoping to get the rebound, cannot do it, and now Purdue is going to dribble this one out. It wasn't easy, but Purdue gets their 8th straight win with a 79-72 win at home over the Iowa Hawkeyes. What a ball game tonight on Wednesday Night Hoops on the Big Ten Network.
Yeah, Kevin, what more could you ask for? Really a joy to sit here and watch great coaches, chess match, great competitors, great guards. And if you're Iowa, there's no moral victories, but you can take the execution on offense and defense moving forward, and Purdue continues to move with precision, whether it's in a team effort or just giving the ball to the best point guard in the country.
Braden Smith came alive in the second half. 16 points, 4 assists, 2 rebounds, 2 steals. Trey Kaufman-Renn, 10 points, 2 assists, 2 rebounds in the second half. They overcame the early foul trouble, and they get the win as we go to Andy Katz with Matt Painter.
Matt, I've been coming here a long time. That's as loud as I've heard in a long time in that second half. What changed for you guys to get the lead and hold it?
Yeah, we just had to get a little momentum. Obviously, there in the second half, they got up 8-9 points. Had to get some stops. Like, you can't get on runs and get back in the game if you don't get stops. I thought we did a good job of doing that. Thought we did a better job defensively. But they're a good team. They had maybe 7 threes from non-3-point shooters. So, but give them credit. They made them even though they banked one in. Banked a couple in, bounced a couple in. So, but just proud of our guys. Like, we got in the mix right there, and there's a difficult time, and we got stops, we rebounded and took care of the ball.
Hey, the player of the year, the reigning Big Ten player of the year. Yet again, back-to-back Wednesdays, he comes through. What is it about Braden in those moments?
Well, he's the best, man. He didn't have a good first half, and was able to come out of that timeout when they're up 8-9 points, make a couple pull-ups, get a little bit momentum there. But he's a tough dude, man. He makes plays. He's a winner. And it was good to see him, TK, kind of get back in the flow there.
Thanks, Matt.
All right, thank you.
Well, what a performance tonight. Braden Smith carries the way in the second half, and that'll wrap it up from West Lafayette, where the Purdue Boilermakers win it 79-72, the final score. For our producer, Bart Fox, our director, Corey Fishman, for Andy Katz and Jordan Taylor, I'm Kevin Kugler saying so long for now. Coming up, it's Big Ten Live Game Break. Purdue, 8 straight wins. Good night from Mackey.